When discussing the opportunity to improve engagement through communication, too often leaders focus on the communications to and from their teams through tools that we're all familiar with, such as town halls, engagement surveys, and strategy cascades. Our experience has shown us that leaders are often less focused on, or at least less intentional about, what is a far more powerful tool to enhance their team's engagement with their mission: the structure and habits by which their teams communicate within themselves and with each other. These structures, processes, and habits that your team utilizes should help unite people around a common vision and set of priorities, inspiring people to do their best work. We refer to this cadence of communication and decision-making as an operating rhythm, the heartbeat or drumbeat of a high-performing team. When properly tailored and energized, your operating rhythm can be a foundational element of how you create, scale, and sustain engagement within your team. If an operating rhythm is an organization's heartbeat, information is its lifeblood. Knowledge, context, experience, and learnings that, in a perfect world, will flow to teams when needed to inform timely and appropriate decisions that drive outcomes. But we all know that the world is not perfect, and that today's environment is characterized by a deluge of information. Your teams are saturated from numerous channels on a daily basis and have even more information at their fingertips should they choose to go looking for it. This newfound ease of sharing information and connecting with others has caused the pendulum to swing to over-collaboration, with many leaders and teams spending more of their time gathering and sorting information than they do synthesizing it and actually getting work done. Beyond just being frustrating and inefficient, research shows that this type of over-collaboration leads directly to disengagement and burnout. Thankfully, this is something that you have control over, and our own research shows that there is likely significant room for you to make improvements. Across a survey of our clients, only 34% of employees agreed that their organization had sufficient processes in place to disseminate valuable information, such as lessons learned or best practices, and only 26% felt that other teams consistently shared how their actions would impact the teams that are dependent on them. The absence of effective systems for communication, or the necessary culture of trust and transparency to support them, make it significantly harder for employees to be effective. In fact, across the teams we work with, only 62% of employees feel they have access to the information that they need in order to do their jobs. And that's information that they know they need to do their jobs today. Never mind what may exist across the wider organization that could spark new ideas, better decisions, or enhanced outcomes. Although you may be frustrated that your teams aren't accessing and leveraging the information they could, they are more likely more frustrated than you are, and it shows. Our research has shown that employee engagement, their feeling of being energized by their work, increases sharply when employees agree, or better, strongly agree, that they have access to the information they need. This is where you come in. As you review your team's operating rhythm to identify areas to improve it, consider a few things. Do you feel time is spent having the wrong conversations? Ensure that the right people are connected, aligned to shared objectives, and have access to the information and context they need to be successful. Are your communication processes efficient and accessible for your teams? You can review your synchronous means of communication, meetings, your asynchronous ones, chat, email, and the knowledge management systems that support those. Make sure they're fit for purpose and appropriately leveraged as one system. Any team will have legacy activities and bad habits that can be optimized to reduce confusion and churn. Does your team culture support transparent and direct communication? Effective communication relies on individuals productively engaging in it, and if your team has low psychological safety or trust, you will need to address that before any process changes take hold. Finally, remember that you, as the leader, may need to guide and coach your team through this evolution as you up-level your operating rhythm. Some individuals may have the information they need already, but not know what to do with it due to a lack of experience. Some may not have a strong enough relationship with a team that you know they should be collaborating with. And some may simply need help with their communication style. Our work has shown that every team can find improvements in their operating rhythm, and that the investment in doing so will pay dividends for the engagement and ultimately for the performance of your organization.